Yeah, I do. It was more about family for me. Coming from a small area, small town, I wanted to be sure that there were people who were around that town that could see that it was possible to be drafted to the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball. I just wanted to be able to be reached by the people who were around me in that moment, in one of the greatest moments of my life. Being picked in the first round is a surreal feeling because, growing up enjoying the game of basketball, you always, follow the draft. The draft comes on and I'm always sitting and watching the draft, whether it's Thursday or Friday, school night. I stay up and I watch the whole draft. So to be able to be picked, on the first day, to be able to be picked in the first round was an unbelievable experience. And going to Dallas was a dream come true, being able to play with a childhood favorite of mine, Dirk Nowitzki. It was just an unbelievable experience. Extremely hard worker. Even at the end of his career, I was there maybe his last 4 years. He had maybe 4 years left when I was arriving. So to see the work that he put in, the preparation that he put into, being available, lifting every day, extra workouts after practice, hiring his personal trainer, Holger, to come in from Germany and train him. And then Holger would leave and then Holger would come back all throughout the season. And then the documentary came out of him. So to be able to see more of like behind the scenes, but also watch it in real time was surreal. But not only Dirk, a lot of my other teammates, Darren Williams, JJ Barea, Wesley Matthews, Devin Harris. These are Charlie Villanueva. These are all veterans that I still text randomly today to say thank you. Because here I am 11 years removed from those guys helping me become a professional athlete and still using the things that I saw those guys do, still encouraging other young players with the leadership that they gave me. Yeah, all of the greats that I've been able to play with, it's been a lot of them. I think the thing that separates them the most is their obsession with the game. If they're at their house, they're watching some form of basketball. If you're at dinner, they're talking some form of basketball. Like there's a natural obsession that they all kind of carry. It's a very familiar language for me. I think I've earned those guys' respect over the years. I don't think any of those guys ever thought that I was a bad basketball player. And for me, in my situation, coming from where I come from, I think the respect of your peers is the biggest thing. Not the respect of the fans and the respect of, those things are great. Like your fans loving you, like it's amazing. But when you get the respect from your peers, the guys who you're playing against, competing against, and they know that they can respect your game and they respect how you work. For me, like that's the thing that made me the most happy. So the biggest thing for me is just getting those guys approaching me to say hello in games. Of course, I do the same, but just being able to put myself in a position to be around those guys and show that I'm able to play at a high level is one of my favorite things ever. Obsessed, overly. I know I want to stay in the game when I retire and I finish playing. I know I want to coach. I know I want to potentially be a part of a front office, helping build teams, doing media, being in the media. So all of my plan B plans are, the game. Obviously, I try to take care of my money the best I can while I'm playing. I have a good financial advising team to be sure that the money that I've earned in basketball as a player is going to last me and my family, hopefully a lifetime. And for me, it's about being able to choose what I want to do, and the only thing that comes to my mind is basketball. So I think I have to say there's a level of obsession. Always watching, always talking about it. Seen every place in the world except for Australia because of basketball. Every continent except for Australia because of basketball. Like this is something that, like I said, coming from a small town, I think we're in a small town right now. Just imagine being able to go to so many different cities for a young man who grew up here and see the world, America, Africa, Asia, to be able to do that. Like it's surreal. It's not many people who get to do it. Very, very, very high energy guy. Very high energy. In practice, talking, communicating, being positive, giving high fives, giving pats on the butt, always encouraging his teammates. As a rookie, he was just fresh. He was a baby, and he carried a level of confidence that sometimes people were offended by. But my message to him was always to not let his confidence offend, or not let other people's insecurities be offended by his confidence. And I got that from Deion Sanders, a very famous football player, because sometimes people who are not able to have that type of personality like he has, sometimes they don't like it because they're not able to do that for themselves. And he brings light to a room. And when you watch him play in Partizan, when he makes the plays, when he gets dancing, he changes the entire arena. And he's doing that as a young man. Like, he's doing that under age 30. I mean, this is impressive. This is incredible to see. I tell him every time I see him how proud I am of him for his growth and his ability to want to take care of his family first and foremost, but to also make the big jump from going from America to Europe, because as American athletes, it's not very easy. So I'm very proud of him. Could I team up with him again in the future? I don't know. I feel like that's a tricky question. Like, I love Dubai. I think the fans in Dubai are starting to love me a lot. I'm here. So to think about something in the future would kind of be doing a disservice to me and my team and my club. But if we can get him to Dubai, I wouldn't say no to that. So, a great guy, great player. Just very proud of him. For me, I'm a big 2 feet on each step guy, taking it a day at a time. I want to go to the playoffs. We want to go to the playoffs. That's the conversations that happen on our team bus, at team dinner. We understand the importance of winning basketball games. As far as how the project is going, the project I think is going great to be in its first year in EuroLeague. We've had some big wins that has brought us closer together to understand our purpose and what we're trying to accomplish. And we've had some hard losses that have allowed us to understand how tough the EuroLeague is and how tough it is to win in this league. I think behind the scenes, the management is doing a great job of keeping up to speed with what is required and what is needed for the players in the EuroLeague. I feel like it's not easy to make sure that we get to places on time. We arrive in our hotels already. Team meals are always ready. But then also just from a game preparation, our coach has us prepared for every game, whether it's ABA League or EuroLeague. So I think the project is going phenomenal. It's something that I look forward to being a part of every day. I wake up, I'm excited to go to work. I'm excited to put on a uniform. And when we first got there, the fans weren't as present as they are now. I think they're starting to see the level of play that we're putting on display. And now the word around the city is starting to get around that, hey, Dubai basketball is a fun event to be at. So the last few games, aside from Maccabi, has been phenomenal. Yeah, well, shout out to my fans in Lugo. My first start, La Breogán, great city, great people. Valencia was amazing to follow that up. Amazing city, great people, great city, great basketball. And then to go to Barcelona, I think was kind of like a little bit of a moment that I needed to happen, because I needed to pick a soccer team, a football team.
Yeah.
And I like Chelsea because of the blue, the color blue.
Uh-huh.
And so I just liked them because of that. I got to see them play at the O2 in London against Manchester United, I believe, or something like that. I forget who the other team was, but I chose them because, no, it was Arsenal. And I said, yeah, I like the blue team. And I just didn't have that real connection outside of the color. And so going to Barca and being there for a year, now I can say Visca Barca, and that's my football club. So love Barca, love the experience, love the weather, love the food, love the people. And the basketball was phenomenal. Made some great friends that'll be lifelong friends there. And now Dubai is very new. So if I had to pick one right now, Barca's been my favorite city, but Dubai is chasing it very fast. best defender I've went up against. I'll start with that one first because I'm not that big of a scorer, if you will. I don't really have that role on my teams. I can do it, but I don't have that role. So I would just say, I don't know. I felt weird when Tony Allen guarded me for a couple of possessions when I was young in the NBA. Long arms, always touching you, nudging you, bumping you, hitting you. So I would say Tony Allen, just because it was just the aura that came with first team all defense. But great guy, a phenomenal guy. But the toughest player that I've had to guard in EuroLeague, this is an unpopular opinion, man, but I think Wade Baldwin is very difficult to guard in EuroLeague. The way his speed, his quickness, his athleticism, his ability to stop and pull up, but also he can manipulate the game and he can make you foul him. So you have to kind of always have your hands back, and you have to always, I'm a physical defender, so to have my hands back and still maintain speed with just my feet and my body is very challenging. I find a way to do it because that's my job, but he presents challenges for me, and no one else presents a similar challenge. Other guys are very good. Mike James, Kendrick Nunn, Carson Edwards, those guys are very good. Marcus Howard, Kevin Punter. But the challenge that Wade Baldwin presents, you gotta kind of keep your hands away and keep and be able to still be fast, which is not easy. Oof, this game, it raised me. This game made me, turn me from a boy to a man. It taught me everything. It taught me how to deal with people. It taught me how to deal with hardships. It taught me how to deal with the highs and the lows. It taught me everything. It taught me how to be patient. It taught me how to be kind. It taught me how to be tough. It taught me how to be fierce. It taught me how to be adventurous. This game has taught me everything. Like I said, being from a small town, and being able to see the world and be able to mesh with my teammates from the Balkan area, from the Spanish area, from Italy, like to be able to mesh with all of these different people coming from where I come from, it says a lot about what this game has been able to do to me, because my parents still don't understand. But shout out to them for preparing me for being a great dude, a great man, great human. And then basketball's taking care of the rest.